Assalamu alaikum, everyone. Welcome to Mind Your Perspective. Today, I want to talk about something deeply personal and universally important, the power of dua. When life's challenges overwhelm us, when we are buried under grief, hardship, and sorrow, who is the first one you call upon? Do you reach for your phone to call a spouse, a friend, or a relative? While it is natural to seek comfort in our loved ones, today, I want to remind us all about the unparalleled power of turning to Allah in these moments. Dua, or supplication, is one of the greatest gifts that Allah has given us to navigate life's challenges and draw closer to Him. Yet this profound gift is often overlooked. Allah, in His infinite mercy, tells us in the Quran, "And when my servants ask you concerning me, indeed I am near. I respond to the invocation of the supplicant when he calls upon me." Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah, 286. Allah reminds us many times in the Quran to call upon Him using His beautiful names and attributes. The Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him, also said, "Dua is worship." Hadith, Tirmidhi, 3372. When we make dua, we acknowledge that Allah is in control and that we are in need of Him. We are not just asking for support, we are fulfilling our life's purpose, to worship Allah. When you are overwhelmed by the storms of life, remember that all you need to do is ask Allah. He knows your needs better than anyone else, and He can fulfill them. What seems impossible to us is effortless for Allah. As the Quran beautifully reminds us, His command is only when He intends a thing that He says to it, "Be," and it is. Quran, Surah Yasin, 3682. Let me share a personal experience where I witnessed the miracles of making dua. When my daughter was about 2.5 years old, she fell while running towards me. One of her front teeth was almost completely knocked out, only dangling by a thin piece of tissue. The sight of blood and the dangling tooth was shocking, but I remained calm. I picked her up, placed her on my lap, and gently pushed the tooth back into place, though I had little hope that it would stay. I was more concerned about stopping the bleeding and ensuring she wasn't hurt otherwise. On the way to the emergency department, I made dua for her, and I recited Surah Al-Fatiha over her 7 times. I asked Allah to save her tooth, as she was so young and needed it for a few more years before her adult teeth would come through. To my amazement, her tooth went back into place and showed no signs of further damage. That tooth is still in place today, and she is almost 7 years old. I am convinced that the dua I made with complete conviction and belief in Allah's power is the reason that tooth is still there. Although it seemed impossible, nothing is impossible for Allah. So when you find yourself in the midst of a storm, stay calm and remember the one who is in control. Ask Him, for He loves those who ask, and He gets upset when we don't. Unlike humans, who might see you as a burden when you ask them for help repeatedly, Allah loves it when we ask Him again and again. Thank you for watching. Remember, always mind your perspective. Assalamu alaikum.